Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. We back. We back. We back. It's your boy Supernatural Element, aka Hardeen the Magician. You already know Collective. Hope you're feeling blessed and highly favored. Positive wave, positive waves of energy headed straight towards you as soon as you clicked on this video. Wherever, whenever this is finding you in the world, morning, noon, or night, East Coast, West Coast. Seeing that there's I'm seeing that there's a lot of people from a lot of different parts of the world. So wherever, whenever this is finding you, I pray you're feeling blessed and highly favored. And again, these are free spiritual messages. So just take the messages, take what's for you, leave the rest. Don't try to force it. Again, it's just free spiritual insight, so you can kind of get a feel of what's going on in the energies around you. And like, share, subscribe, give it a thumbs up, get in the comment section. We're always in there. We're in there every day. We're cutting up Collective, and so yeah, leave a comment. You'll definitely hear from me. And so today was asking the question, what are they saying? What's being said behind your back? How are people viewing you at this time in the environment? What's being said that they won't say to you? What's on people's minds? What are they saying about Collective that Collective can't hear? So pretty much the majority of people are seeing you right now as career focused. And when I say career focused, I mean it's sort of like, and I don't want to say you have the whole world blocked out, but this is, again, you're training for that black belt or that master's degree, or like there's something serious here that you're going after every day on a daily basis. Again, you're having a lot of success. People are seeing you. People are seeing you, and they're talking about it, and they're talking about how much future success there's a huge emphasis around the future success that you're going to be able to attain with this energy that you're in right now. Again, very, very, very like discipline, structure, responsibility. You're in your routine. You're very much restricting yourself from a lot of the nonsense and things that don't serve you. It's not even because in the past we've mentioned how eventually you would arrive into this energy. I feel like you're well into it. You're working with it. Again, you're wielding it like a master. Again, very much disciplined, using a practical, when I say a practical way of thinking, and I don't just mean like in a general sense, I mean you're very much assessing the things, even if it seems like that's not what you're doing, maybe to people on the outside, or then again, it probably does. It seems like your level of discernment has like reached sort of like a zenith or a peak. It seems like you're quickly discerning situations and putting plans into motions and having like a lot of forward movement. Again, like it's very obvious to you what the practical solutions are in like almost any given scenario. So it's, again, you're solving problems faster. Your ability to engage in problem solving is like, it's the stock is rising. So it's like you're moving a lot faster. You seem to have mastered a lot of yourself. Again, your emotions, your thoughts. Again, very much anchored and grounded in self. You know who you are. You express yourself with confidence. You're not afraid to speak your mind in the environment, point out injustices or things that are not fair, or even ideas that, let's say, maybe like this won't work in this scenario. Like you're not afraid to like step in, put your foot down, and like tell people what it is. I see that you're like, the words, everything you say is being taken very seriously. People are, I'm not going to say afraid, but again, slightly intimidated, but not really intimidated. It's more like you're to be taken seriously. Like you're a threat you're a threat in the sense that you qualify. So it's like, why aren't you listening to me? Right? And there's something where it's like you have enough going on that it's like, fair enough. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, I don't have to stay here and give you advice. It's like you have your own thing going on. So people are seeing how you're kind of like, you've kind of branched out into your own area. And it's like, maybe when you started at first, maybe some people didn't think it was even going to go your way, or you were going to attain the level of success that you're attaining now, especially at the velocity, the speed that you're doing. Again, there's like a double focus on your routine. Like you're very much like, how can I say this? Like your routine is so structured, and you're so disciplined. It's almost like like people are seeing how their opinions, their like most of what people want to come to you and like people want to express ideas, let's say how they feel, or like different things. They have different things on their mind that they want to express to you, but it's like you're so far gone in your routine. It's like people feel like it's like deaf ears, like what's the point, like. And it's not to say like you're ignoring people, but you're like busy, you're really engaged right here, you're doing something serious, or like that's very serious to you. You don't really have time to, again, whatever it is people are involved in, collective, I'm seeing that it's not really your thing. That's not your bag, baby. Again, you're out in the environment getting a lot of things done. Again, a lot of physical energy and motion behind everything you're doing in the environment. And that this could also be like your ideas, like your mental energy is like being very quickly translated into physical energy, action, and motion. In some cases, the things you say are motivating other people and putting other things into motion that have nothing to even do with you. Right now, you're touching a lot of people. So you're being seen as like, it's giving like, well, that's a little bit dramatic, but it's giving beacon of light. Again, a lot of people want to come towards you, or they're seeing you at, or they're telling people that like, if you want good advice, or like if you have an idea and you want to refine your idea, or you want somebody that you can talk to, that you can bounce ideas or suggestions or this type of thing off of, it's like people are recommending you, right? Because again, you're so serious, and it's like you're having like acceleration in the area of accomplishment. It's sort of like it's separating you from the rest. It's like it's putting you a cut above the rest. It's like, why would I go to this person or this group of people or this organization when collective is here and they're so intelligent, they're so intelligent, they're so driven, they're having a lot of success. It's like, I believe if I ask collective, again, I'll not only get better advice, but it's like it's more energy or cost effective to me. It's like collective will help me, but it's like they're not gonna stop what they're doing to help me. But like if I'm sincere and if I'm serious, and I know if I go to collective and I ask for any type of advice, like they'll give me the right advice. It's like that sort of thing. You're like you're becoming essential in a different way. Again, you're like off. You're in the environment or known in the environment, but it's giving sort of like a bird. Like you're part of the jungle, but you're not really part of the jungle. Whereas like you're free. You're doing your own thing and you're having a lot of success. Like, for whatever reason, should you need to swoop down and become a part of the ecosystem, you could do that, but you're sort of off in your own world here is what I'm seeing. And again, it's a lot of focus around like your everyday, I don't know if this is career, work, or again, some of you own businesses, or some of you are, again, you still have a job, but you're trying to get something else off on the side, off the ground, something like this is a reading for people like that. Again, your people are seeing that you're so focused and they're speaking about that. But again, there's a lot of people in the environment that want to get busy too. Or at least the energies that are surrounding you now, there are a lot of people that want to get busy too. And it's like they're kind of looking at you as inspiration. And again, some of them even may, if they haven't already, they want to come towards you for advice. It's giving it's giving world heavyweight champion, male or female. Again, there's no genders here, but it's giving world heavyweight champion. It's like giving a like Olympic gold medalist, like in the family, right? Oh, so some of you, this could be the energy of some people, maybe in your family or your close friend group admiring you. If it's not just random people in the environment, which I'm also getting, there are a lot of people that you don't know that are observing you somehow or know about you, about your reputation, and they're also seemingly very impressed. Again, you lock in on a different level than most people, right? Or I could definitely see where along this journey that you've been on, people would have quit already. The majority of people would not have gotten to where you are right now. They would have quit already. Like if that can give you some like semblance of like what I'm feeling, like what I'm seeing is that like you're a cut above the rest. That's what I mean. You're sort of off. It's like everybody was, and I don't know how the races go. Everybody was built to do, let's say, the 500 meter, right? It's like you could do the 1,000 or whatever. That's what I mean, where you're sort of, they're here, their limit is here, and like you're here. You're sort of in this other area working. And people that have the limit of only being in this area, it's like they can see you. And it's like a lot of people want to come to you and kind of be like, how do I get there? What are the steps to take? But they know they can't like distract you not distract you, but it's like they know you don't have time enough to teach them a whole class. They might have to just take the nuggets of wisdom that you give them at that time, type of energy. But then again, but either way, again, super accelerated right now, focused. I'm seeing a lot of success coming your way. People are talking about that. They know. People can see the path that you're on and that it's going to lead you to great things, or that it's already leading you to, again, a lot of good things. A lot of great things are a lot of pathways, a lot of doorways opening up for you. People are definitely talking about this in the background. People see your success. Maybe you see it too, but don't think I see where you could be trying to keep things a secret, but again, you're too expressive, you're too well known, or like too many people know your way, or know, like there's a certain thing where like you're handsome or beautiful or something like that, and it's sort of like, because it's you that's so focused. It's, I don't know, there's like a certain, like a popularity boost. Like there's, I don't know how to explain, like people have been like waiting to hear that finally that you're in this locked in mode. And this could be anyone in the environment. Before I said like close friends and family, but this could be anyone. There's like people that like have been waiting like a long time, maybe people even that you grew up with, to like see you in that lock-in mode. And it's sort of like, again, you can't help but come off as expressive to people in the environment. Like it's like a performance we've been waiting to see, and like, so now that it's happening, it's like, you can't not draw attention to yourself, sort of thing. Even though I see how you're trying to remain mysterious or like behind the curtain, like you're not really sharing your plans or communicating with people. Like people can clearly see that there's some kind of level up going on with you, but it's like you're not giving any details on it, is that sort of thing. But it's sort of like people can tell, because maybe a lot of people that knew you from the past kind of know your personality, and the fact that they can see that you're having success, it's sort of like they can put two and two together. They figure like, well, like I know what he would do in this situation, so he's probably doing that. So it's like the things you have hidden behind the curtain, people are making a lot of assumptions, and they're accurate, but there's no way to validate them. So they're not necessarily accurate, let's say by way of perception. These people, they believe what they see, but they have no way to validate it. So it doesn't necessarily make it true. But they're saying basically, like, I've known Collective for this amount of time and I kind of know the kind of person they are. So it's like, again, I was waiting for Collective someday to reach this level of success, and now that it's happening, it's like I can pretty much in my mind imagine how they would handle it, how they would deal with it. They're looking at you as intelligent, and like, again, if you're being mysterious, they know that you would have your reasons for it. And like mysteriousness borderlining, like, let's say, cunning and clever. Like, again, you're hiding things. You're not hiding things, but again, it's like they, for whatever reason, they can't get the details. They can't directly ask you for details. So like, that's the mysterious part of it. But again, watching you be out in the environment and be who you are, perform, again, like there's confidence behind them. Like they feel like you're gonna go a long way. Like, yeah, that's the Collective I know, is like, that is the kind of energy that it's giving. And so again, you could be people are thinking that you're very much in alignment or tapped in with your destiny. Or again, some people are looking at you like you're a highly spiritual person, like you believe, like you follow a higher power or a higher calling, and like it's working for you. Like you're not just like betting on yourself. Like you actually, in those moments where you would be like, oh, I hope or I pray that everything goes right today or whatever. Like people understand that, like, that's very serious to you. Like, you're not just saying words. No, you actually believe in what you're saying. And like, people on some degree, on some level, they feel like that has to be part of the luck. Like maybe you have some people beginning to pray also. Like some people are seeing that, again, you wish for certain things. You wake up in the morning, you put the work in, you're having success. Maybe you have people in that energy where now like they're wishing and praying for things, and like they're starting to see how they got to behave a certain way, get into a certain routine. It could be something like that too. But people are definitely seeing you as connected. They're definitely talking about that, the way it's like, sort of like, do you believe all of that, like, positivity mumbo jumbo that Collective is always talking about? And people are like, I don't know, man. It's like, since they've been on that, it's like they've been experiencing a lot of like good things. They've been having a lot of good luck, good fortune. Like, I don't know, maybe there's something to it. It's like that kind of thing, You have people changing their minds about what it means to have faith in your dreams or the things that you want to accomplish, like that sort of thing. If it's not like a full-on spiritual thing, like behind the curtain, fifth dimensional, that people like can only like feel but they're not experiencing. If it's like an anchored in three-dimensional thing, it's that you're changing people's perception on what it means to like go after the things you want in real life. And again, it's coming off as like sixth house, again, like your basically your career or your day-to-day, like the work that you're doing. But again, I can tell with the level of seriousness, you're working towards a long-term goal here, because it's like you're so focused, like nothing's moving you up. Like somebody better be in the hospital, like you're not gonna come. You're not going down there. Like there's no distractions here. Like it has to be an actual emergency to get you off of whatever square this is that you're on. You're not just like, you know. Okay. And so a lot of mysteriousness. Again, people could see you again building foundations and like setting boundaries with people and like scenarios. There's certain things you won't do. Like you're sort of bossed up on like a different level now. It's like I don't really have time for that. If I'm gonna hit my mark like next year, or like I don't know what your timeline is, you know, or it could be like the end of this month or whatever goal, whatever milestone or goal it is, like the next like target you see on the horizon. You're giving off this aura, like people understand that it's like, no, I'm not being deterred. I don't have time to, like, I've got to hit that mark. Like people are seeing that you're very serious about your level up, about your career, your life. There's not a lot of you're not very like relationship focused. There's not a lot of focused on like, let's say, your love life. I can't say for maybe some of you are meeting people and like interacting and like things are moving forward. It could be that, because from here I can see that there's a lot, like you have a lot of people's attention, and I'm looking for the things that they would be saying that they wouldn't necessarily say to you, right? But with all this interaction, it's like maybe for some of you, again, you have a partner or a person of interest, or again, you're with somebody. But even with that person can see that like you're seriously driven right now. You're seriously in a different state of mind when it comes to your long-term goals, and like in the sense of waking up every day and putting in the work like a juggernaut. All right, so collective getting their black belt. What else are the people saying about the ooh. Let me get two more just in case, but that looks like right. So believe it or not, you have the environment taking life very seriously right now. You got a lot of people like, okay, we got to stop messing around. People are putting down the drinks, the cigarettes, they're putting down the kush, all the substances, and people are starting to be like, okay, this is what this, like they're seeing what life is. They're seeing like what's coming towards you in your life, and people are like, I want a piece of that. They're like, what does it take? I got to be focused more. Like whatever it is, people are starting to recognize whatever you've done, and like that's like the talk of the, well, I would say the major talk of the town, but one of the things that they're definitely talking about is like, how do we get a piece of that? And they're seeing that they've got to make a lot of changes. People are starting to, like I said, you're having an impact, whether you, because like I said, you're not having full-on interactions with people. You don't have time to that. You might drop a couple of jewels here and there, but it's being taken seriously. It's taking effect. People are like, no, maybe I want to try some of that. Maybe I want to get up earlier and, do a little more research, stay later. Something like that. Again, Hangman giving people a new perspective. Again, where people were seeing, it's like before they might have been a little bit scatterbrained, like a bunch of thoughts, or not even thoughts. It's like you just feel like you want to do a bunch of different things, but it's like you can't make up your mind, or you're not making a choice. Like again, they don't have that commitment, that dedication, that discipline. And it's like now you're starting to give them like people are kind of frozen, like they can't believe what they can't believe what they're seeing. They can't believe how things are working out for you. And it's like, if they want a piece of that, it's like you got to make a decision to kind of, like, you see Collective, they're not playing around. Like, you kind of, people are in shock, and now this is literally a state of shock. With the hangman here, again, someone is completely still and like they're observing something, or again, this could be people in the environment, could be more than one person. They're observing something and they're like, hold on, like they cannot believe what they're seeing. And then with the Seven of Cups, again, it's just more disillusionment or more options or choices than you can handle. Like, it's a lot coming towards you. So this is definitely people being in a state of shock with seeing you and seeing how things are working out. Again, with your hard work and dedication, I see people wanting, like, they want to learn from you, but you're sort of it's like people wanting to learn from you, but they know it's like that class isn't going to last more than maybe 40 seconds. And everything that gets said, you're going to have to like write it down and memorize it. Because like Collective don't have time to teach classes. Again, you're here and everyone else is at their limit here. And they're kind of trying to figure out, how can I make my stock rise to that level? You don't really have time to teach a class on, you don't have time to teach a class on that right now. Saturn on Saturn on Saturn? You wildin'. Yeah, you wildin'. Yeah, you definitely wildin', Watts. You wildin'. You wildin', Collective. You wildin'. You definitely. I don't know why I'm hearing been around the world and yeah. David Player hating. I don't know when, I don't know why they want you faded. So this could be, yeah, and here comes that Ooh, here comes two people you can't trust. Okay, yeah, right. So, and the Five of Wands deep down in the background, you got, as usual. And I thought, because we got enough of these tag teams, right? I thought these two were in the background somewhere reassessing their plans, maybe, but it's really saying that they're just upset. They're really upset. They got the Five of Wands on the bottom of the deck. People are, again, there may be some people that you do help, right? And there may be some people that you don't. Or again, free will and discernment, make your own choices, Collective. Because again, like I always say, you don't actually need anyone. You're in alignment. And again, if other people are in alignment, again, they won't feel like they need you, right? So giving a leg up or whatever, all this type of help, it's up to you, free will and discernment. But again, you're gonna have people either way that are kind of salty, right? So if you help these people, maybe they won't be salty. Maybe you give them some pointers and some things work out and they're okay. Maybe, right? There's other people in the environment that no matter what you do, they're going to be, again, this is like wanting to be in charge just for the sake of being in charge. There's people with no ideas. They don't know anything. They don't know any of the work that you put in or what it even might take to inspire people or put wheels in motion that could be admired. These are people that don't have anything like that. And it's definitely a thing where they could be salty. And again, if you choose to help none of these people, even the people that seem genuine, that just want advice, because again, you don't have to be anyone's big brother, big sister in the environment. It's entirely a choice up to you. And the reason why I'm saying that is because for the way you're elevating, it's like, again, people, they just want the power, right? There may be some good eggs in that basket, but like I was saying, confirmation, there may be some good eggs in that basket, but you don't really need to discern that. You could, if there's some people out there that you feel are special, that you feel should be elevated or shown the ways, like someone should maybe be shown the path so that they can start the work to do what it would take for them to ascend in their life. But you don't have to hold the gates open for anyone, because again, even those people, there's a slight chance that again it could go wrong, or somebody might not have the same intentions as you, and it's like as time goes on and you teach them these things and they ascend, they might go power corrupt, right? And that's what I'm saying, where you don't have to help people. If there's people you feel like are genuine, you can help them, but it's going to be entirely up to you. And there's definitely people in the environment that will take advantage or want the power for themselves, or want your wisdom, or want to be in your position so they could call the shots, or like this type of thing. So you got to be very careful. And again, you're being seen. Again, there's news going on all around town that you're like you're having success. Again, your hard work and your dedication, your grind is paying off, right? Your scales are slowly balancing. Things are coming into fruition for you to the point where people are, it's starting to, the energy starting to change over and make people feel like they have to change their lives. Not everyone. But, and that's why I was getting that. So again, it was about to come out like they're player hating, and it's like you're not. They could want you faded for no good reason. Again, it just seems like people want to be. It goes back to like I always say that what Killer Cam said. Everyone want to be the man just because, or women. Again, there's no gender, but everybody want to be the boss, the man, the woman, the person in charge just because they don't actually have a plan for the people or anything. They see things balancing out for you, and it looks good from the outside. Everyone thinks the kingship would be so amazing to be in control of, but again, these people. First of all, this person, again, they're just self-gratifying, self-satisfying. They don't care about people. They just seek pleasure, the pleasures of life. This person could never lead you anywhere. This person does not care about the crowd. For sure, they only care about themselves. And this person here is just not fit for that. They're just not, this person's going to run your household, your business, your kingdom, whatever it is, they're going to run it into the ground because like that's what they do. They can't help but embezzle, steal. Like this person's gonna buy a diamond watch and not pay the employees, like silly things like this. Like somebody gonna slowly siphon the money for themselves and then act like they don't. I don't know what happened. Like it was just bad business. No, it's gonna be specifically deliberately because of this person. They're not good in material and financial environments. So you have people in an environment like that again, they're seeing the way you're driven and focused, and it's like they wish they could have that for themselves. Not because they're driven and focused, because they feel like they could maybe run up a check and then impress some people and like. You know, it's just nonsense. But again, you're being seen and news is traveling that, again, your hard work is paying off. So it feels like it's going to come down to time is running, and I didn't want to make this too long. I just want to see, should you, the help, again, because it's really giving that you don't actually have to help anyone, even the people that you think may or may not be genuine. This is all about you, pretty much. Yeah, be careful with that. Be careful with that. Not everyone is your friend. So, and you have choices. Again, you're on an elevation. You can help people. You can reach down if you want to. But it's really, if your goal is to have your hard work and your dedication pay off in the long run, it's like it's sort of saying that you don't really need too many people around you. So it's going to be up to you. Something like this. Yeah, see, everybody's coming out now in the reverse, in the reverse, in the reverse, in the reverse, in the reverse. You have but like one set of energies that could be in the upright. And like I said, it's like, even if you're willing to depart knowledge or wisdom towards these people, like be careful, because there's no guarantee what they're going to do with that knowledge and that wisdom once they acquire it. Anyway, this is getting too long, and I'm going to leave that one there. Like, share, subscribe. Still definitely had fun, and collective, you'll definitely see me again in the next one. Stay blessed, stay highly favored.